Hi, it's Kelly with Coffee Cups and Books, and today we're going over my July book haul. But first, let's look at the coffee cup of the day. This is a Year of the Snake cup that we got from Starbucks, and we just thought it was cute. I like how the little snake has a little flower and it's smiling. So snakes are not my animal of choice, but my husband likes them, so yeah. But this cup is cute, so I like the little smiley face. So yeah, I think they come out with cups for every animal. I'm not sure. We have this one and we have a Year of the, not mouse, Year of the Rat cup. So I'll have to break that one out in some video. But yeah, anyway, we thought it was cute. So of course we went ahead and got it. All right, so I'm going to go over the books that I obtained in July. More than I should have, because I'm trying to stop buying so much or stop obtaining books so much so I can read what I have in my TBR closet. So I'm actually filming this on July 28th because I told myself I'm going to film my book haul now before August comes because I'm not buying any more books. I'm not going to let myself. So this is it. And I'm going to try to control myself in August. I'm going to try. We'll see. The first two books I got at Little Free Libraries. And if you watched my vlog where I visit Little Free Libraries, you know exactly what two books I got. The first one I got was Watership Down by Richard Adams. Now, I feel like this is a book that is on a lot of top 10 lists and one of those important books that people need to have read. I have not read it, so this will be my chance. So yeah, I am excited to get to this. Let's see. I think, yeah, it's about animals. Like, I want to say bunnies. Like, I have bunnies in my head. There's a bunny on the cover. So I'm actually not sure what this book is about. But I am excited to read it because it is on so many lists. And so it has to be good, right? Right? And I got it for free. I mean, I took this book and I left one I didn't want. So there you go. The next book I also got at a Little Free Library, and that is The Girl You Left Behind by Jojo Moyes. I've read a few of her books and I've liked them. So I'm excited to read this one. I haven't read this one yet. So yes, I also got this at a Little Free Library. If you take a book from a Little Free Library, please leave one. That's only fair. So there's nothing worse than seeing a Little Free Library that's been cleaned out. Someone takes them all and they don't put books back in. So yeah, that's really sad. Don't do that. So yes, make sure to leave books. This is a World War I book. I haven't read a lot of those, so I'm excited to read this. But this one, let's see, is about a woman who lives in France, and her husband is fighting in World War I at the front. Their town falls to Germans, and she's forced to serve them every evening at her hotel. I guess she has a hotel. And it says, from the moment the new commandant sets eyes on Sophie's portrait, painted by her artist husband, a dangerous obsession is born, one that will lead Sophie to make a dark and terrible decision. Ooh. And then it says, like a century later, her portrait hangs in the home of a different woman, a wedding gift from her young husband before his sudden death. So she looks into the painting and what it was and things like that. So that sounds really interesting. So I'm excited to read that. The next book is Detective Auntie by Uzma Jalaluddin. I got this at Barnes & Noble. This was a buy one, get one 50% off book, so I didn't feel too bad buying it. This is a book that I've been wanting to read ever since I heard about it. It's a cozy mystery about a woman who gets a phone call from her daughter who's in her 30s. And her daughter has been arrested on suspicion of killing, I guess, the owner of a clothing boutique she works at. And so her mom goes to help her daughter, and I'm guessing to solve the case, detective. So I am excited. I know this author has written other books. I know she wrote Aisha at Last, which is a young adult book. I haven't read it. I haven't read any books by this author, but this one sounds fun. And yeah, and I think she is a high school teacher, or she was. I don't know if she still is or not, but that's really exciting. So yeah, this sounds like fun. I like a good cozy book. You know, cozy mystery, cozy fantasy. I like cozy. So this one will probably be that. So I'm excited. The next book I also got at Barnes & Noble. This was not buy one, get one 50% off. It is A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic by Jay Penner. This is a cozy fantasy romance, I think, and had fun sprayed edges. Just look at the cover. I just thought it was cute. And I mean, it's about baking and romance and magic, and that just screams cozy and cute to me. So I wanted to get it. And I liked the cover. I know I saw, I guess this was independently published before, and I like this traditional cover better. I think it's more fun. But yes, and this is the first in a series. So if I like this one, then I will definitely read the other ones. Like I need to start a new series. I know. So yeah, she has to. It's about Arletta, who she's a human. Okay. See, she's a human baker, and she bakes with apothecary herbs. See, and so her orc neighbor enters her into a baking battle, and so she doesn't have any magic, and so she has to prove her talent and establish her culinary reputation. So that sounds fun. It sounds like a perfect cozy book to read in the fall. So yes, I will definitely be doing that. Okay. The next book I got at Barnes & Noble, and this was buy one get one 50% off. And this is We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. I have read the first two books in the Thursday Murder Club by this author, and I like them both. So I was excited to see another book by him. And this is about a retired, looks like police officer or a retired private investigator. But his daughter-in-law works in private security, and so she needs help, and so she asks her father-in-law, and so they, I guess, solve murders. But anyway, it sounds fun. It sounds cozy as well. So I actually got this and Detective Auntie in like a little table that was like just for cozy mystery. So I was like, oh yay! My husband was off looking at horror books, and I'm looking at cozy mystery, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'll probably read this in the fall. I'm hoping, I've got a lot of books I want to read this fall. So yeah, I need to get started on that. Get started early in the fall. The next book I had pre-ordered last year, and it kept getting pushed back and pushed back. So I was like, is a book ever coming? But it did. I got it mailed, and it is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Songu Mandana. I read The Very Secret Society of Witches by this author. I have it. I own it. It's back there somewhere. And I liked it. I thought it was cute. And so when I knew there was going to be a second one, I pre-ordered it. Barnes & Noble had a get 25% off pre-order sale, so I went ahead and did it. And yeah, I actually not sure what this is about other than a magical inn. But if it's as cute as the first one was, I know I'll like this one as well. Let's see. It's about Sarah, who said used to be one of the most powerful witches in Britain. Oh, that's interesting. And then a magical historian named Luke. So yeah, I'm excited. And it looks very fallish as well. So another book to read in the fall. Yeah, I need to get started on the fall books in September. Otherwise, I'm never going to finish. Okay. The next few books I got at Half Price Books. It's a local used bookstore. So they were definitely not expensive. And I'm so excited. So excited. I've been looking for this book for years. I've even mentioned it on this channel. Towers of Midnight by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. The last book I needed for the Wheel of Time series in this mass market paperback edition. I have been needing this for years. I've been looking, we looked at every time I go to a used bookstore, I look, and I can never find it. And we went into Half Price Books, and when you first walk in, they've got these rolly carts that are the new arrivals. And so I just walked in, I was like, is that what I think it is? And so I grabbed it. I was like, I'm getting it. I don't even care what condition it's in. Luckily, it's in excellent condition. They actually had they had copies of some of the other books that I own in the series that are in much better condition than the ones I have. But I was like, I'm not going to spend the money on those. I already own them. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be reading them anyway. So, but yes, I got it. Finally got it. So now there's no excuse for me not to finish the series. No excuse. So yes, I need to. But anyway, the last book I needed. Now I have them all. I'm so happy. I know, I cannot tell you how happy I was when I saw it. The next book I saw in the clearance section at Half Price Books. So it was only like $4. And that was With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I've read this book already and I really liked it. I think Elizabeth Acevedo is a wonderful author. I've liked all the books I've read by her. This one is great. And look at the naked hardback. I mean, come on. How cute is that? So I think my favorite book by Elizabeth Acevedo is The Poet X. That one's really good. She writes in verse a lot, and if you listen to the audiobooks, she reads them. The author reads them, and so she reads it very well. It's like listening to a poet recite poetry. So yes, I was excited when I saw this because I really like it, and I was like, 4 books? Heck yes. And it's a book that I've read. So it won't go in my TBR closet. It'll go over here. That's very exciting. It's not often that happens. Okay, the next book, these next 3 are new editions of classic books that I've read. And 2 of them I already own copies of, but I couldn't stop myself. But I got them at half price books, and so they were a good price. The first one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I was like, ooh, that's fun. It's a Wordsworth classic, and it's got a new introduction and notes. So yes, I love Jane Eyre. This is one of my favorite books. And so I already own 2 different copies of it. So this is number 3. I had to stop myself the other day. My husband, when we were at Barnes & Noble, I saw a really pretty copy of it. My husband's like, oh, you collect those, get it. I'm like, no, I bought 3 books. He bought 4. I'm like, we don't need to buy any more. I was like, especially since I have 3 copies of this book. I don't need another one. But yes, I do like collecting Jane Eyre. It's a wonderful book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. So yes. And then the same Wordsworth classic, I got Emma by Jane Austen. Jane Austen, I love her. She's my favorite author. And Emma is a wonderful book. It's not my favorite by her. My favorite is Pride and Prejudice. But Emma is also good. And I wanted to show it's a little shiny. So yes, it's a fun little copy. And this also has a new introduction and notes by a university professor. And and I've read both of these, obviously, so they're going to go here. This last book I read years ago, and I had a copy of it, and I think I lost it when I moved. When my husband and I moved to this house, about 4 years ago, I lost books. I know I did, because I could not find books. I had The Goldfinch. I lost that one, so I now have another copy of it. I lost Middlemarch. I had to go buy a new copy of that. I lost the Scythe trilogy by Neil Shusterman. So, and then I lost this one. And I'm sure there are other books that I lost that I don't even know, because I have that many books. I don't even know what I have. It's sad. I have to have an app. Use an app. But The Count of Monte Cristo. I had a copy of this. Yeah, it disappeared. This is by Alexandre Dumas. This book is an excellent book. When I read it years ago, I was like, ooh, that book is one of my favorite books. It's been years. I need to reread it. It is a big book, but yes, I know I like this book a lot. And I thought the cover was fun. So yeah, and this also has a new introduction and notes by a university professor. So yeah. But yeah, I am excited to, that writing is very small. So, oof. But anyway, I didn't have this book because it's gone. And so I'm excited to have a copy of it, especially since I have read it. So it'll go over here. But I remember I really, really liked this, and I read it years ago. So yeah, I think I like the movie too. I'm trying to remember. But I know I really, really like the book. Okay, only 4 more books to go. I'm trying to talk a little fast so this video isn't super long. But this book also came from Half Price Books. This one was on clearance. It was only $4. And it is Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. I have not read this book. So, yeah, I'm excited to read it. My husband and I are trying to collect all of his books. At least one copy of all of his books so we can read them. We're trying to get through his bibliography. So, yeah. But no, I've heard good things about Dolores Claiborne, but I have not read it. And this next book is also by Stephen King that I got at Half Price Books pretty cheap. And that is Rose Madder. Sorry. Felt like a little air bubble or something. It was really weird. But anyway, we also have not read this book. And so, yeah, we wanted to get it. I don't know anything about this book. I don't even know if it's liked or not. So, yeah. I just realized it's the same picture on the back of him. So, yeah. But no, so it's exciting to add 2 more books to our Stephen King collection. But no, we haven't read either one of these, so I'm looking forward to reading them. I'm trying to read his books in publication order. So right now I'm at The Dead Zone. I need to read that, and then I need to look and see what comes after that. But Okay, so these next two books, my last two books, I got from the Aardvark book box. I look at Aardvark and Book of the Month. I usually order from them. I didn't order from Book of the Month. Their selections were fine. I was just telling myself, oh no, I'm not going to order books. I'm not going to order books. And then, because I was telling myself I wasn't going to get a lot of books this month. Well, I ended up doing it. And then I got 2 books from Aardvark. So, I don't know. Well, I got Salt Bones by Jennifer Givan. And this sounded really interesting to me. I'm not sure what this is about. I forgot. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think this takes place in New Mexico. And so that interested me because I grew up in New Mexico. Or am I making that up? Let's see. It is, a family drama, a mystery horror, and magical realism. So that sounds really interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. And so I decided, since I wanted this one, I added on this one by Nnedi Okorafor. I've been interested in this book ever since I heard about it. I have read Binti by this author and I liked it. I didn't continue the series. I need to. I just read the first one. I remember liking it. But I've heard really great things about this book. So I was like, ooh. And I like I said, I like the book that I read by her. And so, let's see. Oh, okay. So this is about a disabled Nigerian American woman who pens a wildly successful sci-fi novel. And it says, but as her fame rises, she loses control of the narrative. That sounds interesting. So yeah, I said I've heard good things about this book, so I've been wanting to read it. So yeah, hopefully, I'm not going to lie. I don't know when I'm going to get to these. I have a lot of books. I have a lot of books on my books to be read that I need to read that are back here. You can't see them. Yeah. Soon, most of these books are going to go in the TBR closet. But hey, I've got four that I've already read. So that's not too bad. So they'll go out here. But anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please do. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. Let me know in the comments what books you got in July. Like, how many did you get? Or what's your book that you're most excited about that you got in July? Have you read any of these? Let me know. Have you read this behemoth of a book, The Count of Monte Cristo? So, yeah, talk about any of these books below that you like. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. I really do. And as always, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And life's too short to drink bad coffee. So don't do it. Just don't. Not worth it. Bye.